Hello, Walter J2112 here, and today I'm going to be showing you my complete SpongeBob DVD collection. Yes, and I say complete because indeed this has all the season box sets and both movies of the SpongeBob series. Yeah. And yeah, these were all released in Region 2. I haven't collected any DVDs from outside Region 2, so there aren't any Region 1 sets here. Yeah, and unless they don't, and I just hope they get released Season 9 on Region 2, because I'm not going to have to collect it in Region 1, which is going to be a shame. But I don't know. We haven't heard any word from Paramount yet, so yeah. So, yeah, let's just take a look about the 8th season and 2 movies we have here. Starting off with, naturally, the first one, SpongeBob SquarePants, the complete first season. This is a nostalgic season for me, and this is a season I always love to rewatching every time because I had some of my favorite episodes on there. Yeah, we had some classic episodes like Naughty Nautical Neighbors and Opposite Day and Fun. Yeah, those were all, and Arg. Yeah, these were all classics, and yeah, so much memories flow back when I watched this. I mean, like, I always get to look at the it's always fun to look at the characters in there back when they were fresh and they were pretty yeah. And this is technically a 90s series because well, this series came out in 1999, so technically it is a 90s series, albeit a pretty late one, but it's a pretty good series, and this season in particular is a particularly good one to pick up. SpongeBob SquarePants, the complete second season. This is another one I remember very fondly about. I remember when I was feeling sick, and this was like my sort of get well kind of present, which is pretty nice. It has some great episodes there too. We have some no free rides and squirrel jokes and graveyard shift, and yeah, it's pretty cool. You get to see little plankton trying to get inside SpongeBob's house. This is a sort of theme that's about to happen in the next few sets, actually. Yeah. All these season sets always had these themed art, like this one. See, this one here has Wormy on it. This two, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boat 3, and Graveyard Shift. Actually, I should probably show you a bit of the first one as well, because I never got to show you. This one is this one's representing Hall Monitor. This one's representing Fun. And disc 3 is representing Hooky, which is, I always loved it when seasons do that, because, yeah. This is a good season, and it's, I don't remember if this is the second or first season I remember getting, but I remember it's definitely among them. I think it may have been my second, actually. But yeah, still a great thing to own. SpongeBob, the complete third season. This was the third series. This is the third season of the series. And on the Region 1 set, this came with Help Wanted, which wasn't included in the Season 1 set, which is a shame. I think it's because of the copyright reasons that it wasn't included in the Season 1 set. But yeah, this is a cool thing. Let's see, show you discs how they're represented. This one's representing Squilliam Returns. This one's representing Ugg or SpongeBob BC. And this one is Plankton's Army. Oh, yeah. Another cool thing about the discs is that they represent the bytes on there represent what the disc is. Disc 1 has 1 byte. Disc 2 has 2. And yeah. Although, unlike the other seasons, this one does not have any episode listing on the back, but it does feature Plankton breaking into something again. But yeah, this is a cool season, and I think this is the season that most people would argue is the last good one. Well, for a while anyway. SpongeBob Season 4. Yeah, this is actually the second copy of the season that I got. The other one I had before we had a cracked disc, so we just got rid of it, and I just got it again. The thing is that this one's a bit glossier than the other season I had. No, that's not a big deal. But yeah, it has see, this doesn't have episode listing on the back, but this feature Plankton again, and just flying off the propeller off the boat. There's Mrs. Puff like streaming SpongeBob about how he's destructively driving or something. Let's look through the discs then. Disc 1 represents Good Neighbors. Disc 2 represents Krusty Towers. And disc 3 represents Born to be Wild. Yeah. Some people would argue this might be the last. I know some people say that this series 4, season 3 was the last good season. Some people say season 4 is. I think there are a bit sort of season 3 vibes a little bit in the early episodes of season 4. I feel. Yeah. So yeah. But it's still interesting, anyway. It is the first SpongeBob set to be rated PG because of the scary scenes of the ghost host. Yeah. Season 5. This is the first season that I remember owning. Yeah, this is the first box set that I remember owning, and it's the... Yeah. I don't know why I remember this is the first time owning it, because I remember losing this set. I remember one time I lost this set, but then I found it again at the back of the wardrobe. So, yeah, this is a weird thing to happen to the set. But this is important. The important thing is it comes with 3 discs like the other ones. Yeah, this is a cool looking package design actually. It has the characters on looking front, like, and turn them around, it has the characters looking backwards, and yeah. Let's take out the discs here. Disc 1 represents whatever happened to SpongeBob, or who Bob What Pants. This one represents Pest of the West. Disc 3 represents Picture Day, which is oddly not on this disc, it's on the second disc. So I don't know why they used this picture on the disc 3 there. Well, I'm not the one to complain. Yeah, this is the season that people had a few fond memories of the season, but yeah, there were some. Yeah, this is like yeah, there were a few good episodes in this one. I know there were a few episodes that weren't great. I know this set has Atlantis SquarePants. It's actually season 3 also has Whatever Happened to SpongeBob on there. So that's something that's not there. Anyway, no, that's irrelevant. But yeah, there were a few episodes on there that weren't great, but there were a few episodes that were alright, I suppose. I mean, this isn't a terrible season by all means, but it's still interesting. SpongeBob SquarePants Season 6, the complete collection. The complete collection that is of Season 6, that is. Yeah, this one has the episodes on the back. There were a few, this one's a bit of a, this one had a bit of a few not great episodes, I admit. There were a few episodes that were alright, but there weren't that many good ones. There was, this one has the SpongeBob versus the Big One, also known as SpongeBob and the Big Wave. There's also a few episodes there that they weren't great. There was, for example, the card, the one where Patrick gets the cards of the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. And, yeah, SpongeBob and Patrick deliberately just, yeah, this is pretty villainous of Patrick. There was, let's see, do they have the, yeah, wait, I'm thinking of something else. Yeah, they have, also, the Splinter, which is, everyone knows, is a pretty, revolting episode. What else do you have? They also have, there aren't many left. There's a few of them. But yeah, let's see. This one doesn't see. Oh, yeah, this one has House Fancy. This one's the episode House Fancy. That's the episode with the infamous episode of the disgusting imagery. Let's see. This one represents I forget which ones they represent, actually. They should mention them. the Krabby Road. This too represents the Krabby Chronicle, which is another episode that wasn't that good, to be honest, because Mr. Krabs basically just using SpongeBob just to make money. I mean, and not in the way that he's normally would. Season 2, no, disc 3 has shuffleboarding, and disc 4, shell shocked. Yeah. And that's actually the last episode set to feature this different discs that represent the episodes. Too bad they won't do that with the rest of them, as you will soon see. SpongeBob, the complete 7th season. I should probably point out that season 6 and season 7 there are the ones that I got for Christmas of 2014, which is good. That means I won't have to get them again unless they break down and I have to pay like a fortune for them. This one doesn't feature any episodes on the episode listing on the back, but that's not important because they are mentioned inside. Yeah, there's a few episodes there. There were a few episodes that were, again, much like season 6, this is kind of a sort of declining episode season set thing. And there were a few episodes that weren't that great. I know actually this one features the Legends of Bikini Bottom miniseries, which is interesting. Let's see what else they have here. They have they have that episode of the, you remember the episode of the they have it there. They have the one-course meal. I think they should have mentioned it somewhere. It's on this. There it is. One-course meal. They have that, that episode, the one where Plankton pretty much is afraid of whales, and Mr. Krabs takes advantage of it and much drives Plankton to commit suicide, and Mr. Krabs just laughs, and I know it wasn't a very good episode at all. And I think even the writers didn't like it. That's how bad it was. But yeah, what else? They have the Stuck in the Ringer. That's another episode that wasn't good because Patrick was pretty much a total dick in that episode. Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking there's a lot of episodes on there that were pretty. There were a bunch of episodes there that were pretty villainous. Yeah. Also, I personally don't really have much to say about Gary and Love, because like I don't mind that too much, but I think I would have preferred if Gary just went with Snelly, like from the Great Snail Race. Yeah. Yeah, none of the discs feature episodes on them. They just feature characters in bubbles like Patrick and the Jellyfish, Mr. Krabs and the Krabby Patty, Squidward and Plankton, and Gary and an anchor. There's no Sandy on these discs for some reason, but oh, I have to tell. And the one I got recently on the mail yesterday, complete 8th season. This one's the one that I kept having trouble getting because they always raise in price, and then they decrease in price, and then they increase in price again, and then they decrease in price again. Basically, we couldn't find a good time to buy it. But then when we did get it, it wasn't a bad thing. Yeah. Complete 8th season. This is the one. I think this one's close to being improved, but not quite there yet. I think when season 9 came out, it would have been proven to be the improvement it was. But yeah, in this set, this one has the finally brings back the episode listings on the back. And opening the disc. This isn't the case that I got this in. The case I got this in basically just had a lot of broken nubs, which basically meant that the discs would never stay in place. So I just replaced the case. And I think it's for the better. Anyway. This one, plus it looks a bit like the season 6 and 7 case, so it works well in the long run. Anyway, this one has a few episodes that were okay, and a few episodes, I know there was like a few episodes that were good, like It's a SpongeBob Christmas. That was a great episode, I remember. And then there was also episodes that I didn't like as much, like Demolition Doofus. Yeah, that we remember that one, right? It's the one where Mrs. Puff basically sends SpongeBob to a demolition derby to kill him. And that's like, what the fuck? It's like really dark and Jesus, tap dancing Christ. Anyway, what else they have? They have Glove World R.I.P. and they have a few episodes on. There are a few good ones, like I said, but there are also a few bad ones. Yeah. This one has the vacation episodes, the vacation mini-series, as it were. But yeah, and none of the discs, all the discs on this set are exactly the same, which is disappointing. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if you're completionists, get these sets. But I don't know if you're not entirely fond of the newer episodes. I don't know. But I'd still get them anyway because it's a completionist thing. And you know I am. I always try to get every SpongeBob episode on a DVD because why not? And now we've gone to the series, we can finally move on to the movies. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie. This is the movie that was basically, you know, the one where Plankton steals the crown and frames Mr. Krabs, and then SpongeBob and Patrick have to get the crown back for King Neptune before, yeah. And also Alec Baldwin was there and he was Dennis. Anyway, there's nothing on the back. You know why? Because this wasn't the normal copy. This is a interactive one. This was one of the rare interactive copies that you can get. I remember this came with a few body parts, like there were legs that you were meant to stick in, and you could stick them onto there, and it would yeah. And there was also this thing, but we just cut off, and I don't know where that's got now. We probably threw that away actually. But yeah, this is interactive. You can take his pants off, and you can take his head off, and yeah, as you can tell, there's like different heads that you can put out. There's like different designs there. You can make him wear his jellyfishing gear, and King Neptune's there. And there's this cool thing. This is pretty awesome. This is probably the best way to own the set. I think if I had the body parts, that would have been even better. But never mind. But as it stands, it's a pretty good version of the movie. And the movie is really good. It's probably one of my favorite animated movies, not by Disney and Pixar. I mean, yeah, it's not a Song of the Sea or anything, but it's definitely one of the best things one of the best movies I've seen that were based on a Nickelodeon property. And it served as a good way of ending the series, because this was meant to be set at the very end of the SpongeBob timeline, because, you know, with the Krusty Krab 2, and Mindy's daughter, no, and King Neptune's daughter. Mindy's daughter, I was going to say. But anyway, it's King Neptune's daughter, Mindy, who's so cute, I might add. Yeah, this is a good movie, and it served a good way of ending the series, and if had it ended there, I wouldn't have much of a problem, but you know what, I'm okay with supporting the other sets anyway. But yeah. And finally, SpongeBob SquarePants Sponge Out of Water. This is the second movie that is technically not a direct sequel anyway, to the first one. Yeah, I get the feeling it's sort of like a Doraemon or Shin-Chan kind of thing. It's a terrible example, but basically, you know how because these movies don't really, their next movie don't have anything connected to the next one. This is basically how it's like here, because this one is connected to the first one, because, for example, there's no Krusty Krab 2, Mindy doesn't reappear, which is a big disappointment for me. But yeah, this is the Spanish copy, because, I don't know, I was just excited to get the Catalan dub of it. And actually, the UK copy of it has the Irish dub, which is even rarer, because that one hasn't been uploaded, but I ripped it anyway, because I can. I don't know if I'll ever upload it anywhere, because there's no popular place on the internet that can allow Irish dubs, but yeah, this is a good movie. I don't know if I'd call it better than the first. I think I'd probably just say it's as good. Probably not as good, but I don't know. But it's definitely a good movie. It's definitely pretty loony at some points. But I mean, like, you had this dolphin in this movie. His name was, I think it was Bubbles. And we also had this pirate. Yeah, this pirate that was played by Antonio Banderas, which is pretty cool. I was kind of disappointed he was not in the Spanish dub of this movie, which is weird because he is from Spain. So, but yeah, this is a good movie, and I think anyone who likes SpongeBob would probably enjoy this. I mean, it's a decent movie, and yeah. Yeah, and I mean, the animation is as good as ever, and it features SpongeBob and Plankton actually teaming up, TMing up, Plankton, for one of the rare times of the series, which, yeah, is pretty good. It shows how much chemistry there isn't there. It also shows the Krabby Patty apocalypse when there were no Krabby Patty left, and yeah, this is a pretty good movie. I don't know if I call it better than the first one, but as it stands, it's a pretty good movie. And this is all my SpongeBob DVD collection. So yeah, was there any episodes that you particularly liked from any of the seasons? And yeah, which one of the movies you prefer? Just leave them down in the comments if you want to. But yeah, so this is my complete SpongeBob collection, and yeah, this is World of Dick 2012 signing out.